Hello and welcome to this short BiteWISe video about how to register for an ORCID ID and why, as a researcher, you might find it useful. So what is an ORCID ID? An Open Researcher and Contributor ID is a unique personal number that identifies you as a scholarly author. ORCID was launched in 2012 to enable transparent and trustworthy connections between researchers, their contributions and affiliations, and overcome some of the confusion around attributing academic outputs to the right individual. ORCID is a not-for-profit organisation funded by its institutional members, which include universities, publishers and funding bodies. It does not charge individual researchers to register. Although the library recommends that all research active staff and postgraduate researchers register for an ORCID ID, it's particularly useful if you have a common name or there is someone with the same or a very similar name publishing in your discipline. Your name can be written or translated in more than one way. You have changed your name since starting to publish in your field. You have published under both your full name and your initials. Once you have set up an ORCID ID, you can claim all of your research outputs and they will be linked to your unique identifier. This means that anyone looking for your work will know exactly which books, articles and other outputs were written by you, rather than having to guess. ORCID IDs also integrate with other platform-specific IDs, such as Clarivate's Researcher ID, the Scopus Author ID and LinkedIn. You may also find there are some situations where you are required to have an ORCID ID. For example, many funding bodies will ask you to provide this when applying for grants. Your publisher may ask you to quote it when submitting an article or book proposal. Although not a requirement for the REF, researchers submitting work are strongly encouraged to apply for and quote their ORCID ID. It is also useful when applying for a promotion or a new job, as it will allow you to quickly generate a full list of your publications when updating your CV, and can also help your new employer with tasks such as adding your research outputs to their repository. You can also add your ORCID ID to your publications in RAP. So how do I register for an ORCID ID? You can register for your ID online at orchid.org. From the homepage, click on the Register for an ORCID ID link and follow the on-screen instructions to complete the form. You will be asked to choose who can see your ORCID record. In most cases, you will want to select the option for everyone to see your information, but you can make your profile available to only selected people or completely private if you choose. You can change these settings later if you change your mind. You will also need to set your mail preferences and accept ORCID's terms and conditions. Once you've completed the form, click Register to set up your unique ID. If there is already a similar entry on the system, you'll be asked to confirm this is not you. Assuming none of these are an actual match, click None of these are me to proceed to the next step. Once you've completed the registration process, you'll need to confirm your email address by clicking on the link in the verification message. This will be sent to the account you have used to set up your ID. Once you have set up your ORCID ID, you can start adding additional information to your record. It's a good idea to add any variations of your name that you have used to publish your research, as this will enable you to import outputs published under these names using ORCID's Search and Link wizard. You can also edit the main name on your record if you need to change your preferred publication name. You may also want to manually add information about your education history and previous employers. You can also integrate your ORCID ID with the systems used by institutions you're connected with, for example an employer, publisher or funding body. You'll need to give their system permission to access your record, but once you've done this, anything you submit via that system will automatically appear on your record. In addition, ORCID integrates with a number of scholarly databases, allowing you to easily claim your publications and import them into your record. Click on Add Works and Search and Link to access a list of available databases. You'll need to authorise the database to access your record, but once you have found and selected the publications that belong to you, your ORCID ID will not only appear in the database, but they will also appear in your list of works in your ORCID record. As well as your research publications, you may also want to consider adding other outputs, such as reports or policy briefings. A well-organised and up-to-date ORCID record, which reflects the full range of your research, can be an invaluable tool in managing your research profile and demonstrating the wider impact of your work. Thank you for listening to this short BiteWISe video about registering for an ORCID ID.